Hi, and welcome to your monthly Platterful tutorial. If you're new here, click the link in the top right corner to learn a little bit more about us. Okay, let's get started. As you can see, I'm starting off with the Brie first. Let's just remove it from its wrapper, both the plastic and the little piece of wax paper. And then I'm going to cut it into 8 equal little parts, sort of like a pizza or a pie. I am then just going to gently break them apart from one another and line them up, one facing one direction and the other facing the other, and just continue doing this. Next, I'm going to reach for this lemon and honey cheese and remove it from its package. This is a bit of a crumbly cheese, so feel free to just break it apart with your hands. However, am going to cut it into cubes. I am going to cut it all the way across at about 1/2 inch and then flip it and do the same. For the placement of this, I'm just going to make 2 small little piles of the cubes. Lastly, for our large kits, we have this Bourbon gouda. So go ahead and take this one out of its wrapper. Similar to the Brie, I'm going to cut it as if it's a pizza or a pie, but this time I'm going to make 16 equal parts. I just keep turning the wheel and cutting all the way through. Once I'm finished slicing, I'm just going to lay them on top of each other, kind of fanning them out into a little wheel. I did have about 4 extra slices that didn't fit into the little wheel, so I'm just going to place them on top of each other and add them to the board as well. Up first for our meats, we have this prosciutto. I did have it sitting in the freezer prior to this for about 10 minutes. It makes it a lot easier to work with. Let's go ahead and remove it from its wrapper. Now we're gently going to remove it piece by piece. Try not to get discouraged if it starts falling apart. It's totally okay. I am then just going to lay it down on the board, fold it in half, and then ribbon it by folding it backwards and forward, and then just placing it in between the cheeses throughout the board. It's totally okay if it doesn't come out looking perfect. Sometimes just clumps of prosciutto throughout the board look pretty as well. Next, for our large kits, we have this uncured pepperoni that we are just going to remove from its packaging. We are first going to make a little pepperoni rose by taking 5 slices of the pepperoni and laying them about 3/4 of the way over top of each other, sort of like how they came in the package. And then we are just going to hot dog it by folding them up halfway and rolling from left to right. I like to place them in between 2 cheeses just so it can hold that shape much better. With the remaining pieces of pepperoni, we are going to do a little pepperoni ribbon. Start by taking 1 slice, folding it up halfway, and then doing the same with the other. I then place it halfway over the other piece and then just fold them in. So again, just folding it halfway, and then overlapping. And then placing them side by side next to each other on the board. Okay, now we're going to get into our board build. If you have a standard kit, Keep on watching. If you have the large kit, you might want to skip ahead about a minute and a half.